Let's talk about drug prices. Welcome to the American healthcare system, where we fight for our drugs. In my continuing series on stuff I thought I knew that I had no idea about, as you all know, I am now on a branded medication. And unlike generic carbidopa levodopa, it is generally not cheap. So a lot of people had told me like this medication is really expensive. I wanted to be on it, but it's too expensive. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. My original copay was $25. So I paid it. I had like a 3 month supply or 60, 90 days, whatever they gave me. And I was happy as a clam. And then I noticed my supply was getting low. So I hop on the website to reorder it. And guess what? It is now over $500. So I learned about this Friday night actually, but I was so sick. I was so sick all weekend. I was just like, I cannot even process this right now. But I ended up chatting online with the pharmacy that dispenses it to me, and they told me that I need to call my insurance company, that they had denied it. So I called my insurance company, and they were actually super nice, but they're like, yeah, you need to not use that pharmacy. You need to use our pharmacy. So I was like, guys, I will use whatever pharmacy your little heart desires if it means I don't have to pay $500. So they're like, yeah, you need to go to this other pharmacy. So I'm like, well, how much is it going to cost then? They're like, $300. I'm like, $300? That's still too much, you know? So they're like, but they said we'll override it one time, and then you have to go through our pharmacy the next time. And I'm like, okay. But then I remember somebody had my background is in pharmacy. I was pharmacy tech. My husband was a doctor of pharmacy, but I actually had met at one of the conferences that I went to, like one of the educational events, a rep for this particular medication. And I remember them telling me, like, if you have any problems with it, like, give us a call. So I went to their website, and there was actually like a manufacturer's coupon. The advent of the manufacturer's coupon is just so fascinating to me. Like, it's just so indicative of like how we feel like we're helping, but like, are we really helping? Because I mean, I'm gonna take it. Like, I'm not trying to pay $300, and with the coupon, I think it's gonna go back down to maybe like 50 or something, which is like manageable for now. But then when I was downloading that coupon, I noticed it said like you have to have commercial insurance, which I fortunately have. But as you guys know, in this country, like generally commercial insurance, private insurance is through your employer, and I no longer work. So my insurance is through my husband, but what happens when he retires and no longer works? So I had already had that kind of in my head, like, man, if I had like non-private insurance, like government insurance, state insurance, I would be up a creek right now. So I was already in the back of my head when I get an email from somebody basically saying that they had a friend who has government insurance and is now unable to pay for the increased price of this medication. So this is me, first of all, just being like, I feel you guys, as I always am. Like, I should have seen this coming. I've worked in pharmacy long enough to see the writing on the wall. Um, my mom had a pulmonary embolism a few years back, and she needed a specific blood thinning medication, and it was like $600 a month. So, I mean, I know this is a problem a lot of people have, but I wanted to ask specifically for anybody if they're on. I believe the drug is called Gocardii. It's the long-acting amantadine. If they have had any success with getting that paid for um, when you're not on private insurance and they're not taking the coupon anymore. I feel like there has to be, some kind of group consciousness on this of like what these workarounds look like so that we can all get the medication we need. It was kind of funny when I was talking to to the to the um, to the insurance company. They were like, well, I mean, we have this other medication that you can take instead. It's called Cinemet. I'm like, you think? Like, that will be awesome if I can remember to take it every 90 minutes and don't need to walk or use my right arm. I mean, none of us end up on these other meds if we haven't already had problems with the cheaper, more accessible ones. Um, and it's, I think, going to be a problem for especially those of us with young onset, as we have this disease longer, and things stop being paid for when your insurance changes or when formulary changes and new drugs come out and all that good stuff. So this is my apology of the day for everybody that warned me. um, Somebody tell me how long this coupon's going to work, because I probably maybe need to get a side hustle. Anyway, I hope this helps.